Let us bow down in devotion to the Pancha Parmeshti. Om Namo Arihantanam Om Namo Siddhanam Om Namo Ariyanam Om Namo Vajrayanam Namo Loe Savasahunam Eso Pancha Namokaro Eso Pancha Namokaro Sava Pavapanasano Mangalanancha Sauvesim Padhamam Havai Mangalam Mangalanancha Sauvesim Padhamam Havai Mangalam. I bow down in devotion at the feet of Tirthankar Paramatma Bhagwan Mahaveer. I bow down in devotion at the feet of most revered Pujya Gurudev Anand Rishi Maharaj Sahib and of infinitely benevolent Uttaradhyayana Bhagwan Praveen Rishi Maharaj Sahib. Ichha karenam sandhisah bhagvam. Ichha karenam sandhisah bhagvam. My immense gratitude to the holy feet of Paramatma and Gurudev Upadhyaya Praveen Rishi Maharaj Sahib for showering his grace upon me to be an instrument in delivering the Uttaradhyayana Sutra in English. Aram afternoon everyone. I Sadhvi Arovi welcome the devotees gathered here to listen to the sacred techniques of the 24th Tirthankar Paramatma Mahaveer and to participate in worshipping the Srimad Uttaradhyayana Sutra. This sutra holds great significance as it contains the last words of Paramatma Mahaveer before his salvation. I would be presenting the English version of Gurudev Rishi Praveen's discourse on the Srimad Uttaradhyayana Sutra. Today is the 12th day of our humble effort. We will try to understand and absorb the secrets of chapters 21 and 22 as decoded by Gurudev Sriji. Get ready for Samosharan meditation. Sit straight. All of you close your eyes. Inhale deeply. Exhale slowly. Feel your breath. Feel yourself. Let us bow down to the Tirthankar Paramatma Prabhu Mahaveer in devotion. Let us feel and sense the aura and vibrations of the Paramatma seated on the throne of the Samosharan in our body, heart and soul. To devote ourselves in worship of our Paramatma and to listen to the sacred words laid by him. Let us take the permission and blessing of the divine and be seated. Vadhamanam saranam pavajami Vadhamanam sharanam pavajami Vadhamanam saranam pavajami. Nissahi, Nissahi, Nissahi. From our heart, speech, action, and from our belief, wisdom, and character, freeing ourselves from all the worldly deeds, detaching ourselves from anger, arrogance, deceit and greed. Bohi uvasam pavajjami. Bohi uvasam pavajjami. Let's go into the shelter of the divine and enlightened. Shraddha mayo aham. Shraddha mayo aham. Gyan mayo aham. Charitra mayo aham. Virya mayo aham. In our devotion, in our knowledge, in our conduct, in our power, dedicate yourself to experience the glory of the Samosharan of Prabhu Mahaveer. Feel your body from head to toe. Feel it. White, bright, silver enclosure with gold archways at 4 sides. The second enclosure made of gold with the archways dazzling with gemstones at 4 sides. Crystal steps. The third enclosure made of gemstone of faith, knowledge and character. Vaidurya Maniratna's archways on all 4 directions. Devotees entering from all the 4 sides, getting the sight of Prabhu Mahaveer, enthroned on the throne made up of crystal in our heart, with divine and heavenly light all around, divine aura. Chamrendra and Balendra are fanning Paramatma. The 3 layers divine umbrella, liberating everyone of doubt, ignorance, sinfulness, freeing everyone from the pain of separation is the gigantic Ashoka tree, transforming all the cries of the worldly suffering to a soothing music being played by the heavenly deities, turning all thorns of suffering into flowers are the heavenly flowers being showered. Defeating the wheel of fate is the Dharma Chakra of Prabhu Mahaveer. Inducting the path of salvation to the world is the flag of Dharma hoisted on a gold pillar. Echoing is the great sound of Paramatma's sermon. Indrabhuti Gautam and Sudharma Swami being seated on the right side of Prabhu Mahaveer with Chandan Bala and all the monk community. The heavenly deities of the different celestial worlds. On left side are the men, women, Vaimanic deities. Left side behind and right side behind are the Bhavanpati, Jyotishi, God and goddesses. Birds and animals are all being captivated in the heavenly atmosphere of the Samosharan, are absorbing the divine form of Prabhu Mahaveer. To experience the divine form of Paramatma within us, the form that is beyond the 5 sense organs, to know that form of Paramatma, let's immerse in devotion and sing the hymn of Paramatma with Sudharma Swami. Just feel the presence of Paramatma and slowly open your eyes. For the rendition of Virstuti, hymn in appreciation of Paramatma, and the Prakrit verses of Uttaradhyayana Sutra, follow the link in the description box. Namo Suyadevayaye, Namo Suyadevayaye, Namo Suyadevayaye. When you listen with devotion, your feelings awaken. When you listen with awareness, ignorance fades away. What you hear with devotion and understanding with awareness gives birth to conduct. The aim of this Shruta worship of Uttaradhyayana Sutra is that right conduct takes birth in us. After listening to Mrugaputra, Mruga the mother and Balbhadra the father understood the description of hell but did not feel it. Knowing, accepting and feeling are three dimensions of life. Those who know, accept and feel in their life, the path of success comes true. This exceptional Shruta worship, one more incident. We see accidents happening and disturbances in others' life, but we live with a myth that the same will not occur in my life. This thought stops a person from floating the ocean of sansar. Let's listen to chapter 21, titled Samudra Paliyam, a chapter about Samudra Pal's lifestyle, who was present during Paramatma Mahaveer's time. Traveling abroad for business was a Palit named follower of Paramatma Mahaveer from Champanagari. Once when he went abroad, due to his conduct and nature, a prosperous merchant there got his daughter married to him. While sailing back across the ocean, his wife became pregnant and delivered a baby boy. The boy was named Samudra Pal, as he was born while they were still crossing the oceans. Samudra Pal grew up and his parents eventually got him married. In Champanagari, there was a rule that whenever someone in kingdom committed a sin and was sentenced to death, before the execution, they would dress the wrongdoer in fine clothes, garlanded with red flowers, take him around the village and make announcements stating that the law or king was not punishing him. He was being punished by his own karmas. One day, as Samudra Pal was relaxing, he saw one such person being paraded before him. Observing this, he began to contemplate, if that man was being punished for his own bad deeds, then even I will someday be punished for my own bad karmas. The doer must face the consequences of their wrong actions. It is a universal law that is unbiased. Samudra Pal thought, even I knowingly or unknowingly commit sins through my thoughts, words and actions. In ignorance and delusion, I am committing these sins. Gurudev says, One who is able to recognize their sins becomes eager to free themselves from them. Only when one is alert does the prick of thorn become noticeable, while someone lost in illusion does not feel the pain. Just as one immediately feels the pain when a thorn pricks, so too should we feel the sting of our sins as soon as we commit them, instead of waiting for the consequences. One who feels the prick will certainly seek to remove it. Samudra Pal felt the sting of his negative thoughts, words, and actions. The lies and deceit he used to earn money pricked his heart, and he decided to leave everything behind and become a monk. One who becomes Sambuddha, fully awakened, walks the path self-discipline. Chanting through the verse, Gurudev reiterates, Savvehim bhuyehim dayanukampi. Savvehim bhuyehim dayanukampi. Have feeling of compassion for all beings in this universe. Cruelty breeds conflict, while compassion for all beings nurtures the experience of purity and true love. Gurudev says, in a world where cruelty seems to dominate and destruction is all around, let us unite as messenger of Paramatma Mahaveer and create an environment of compassion and love for all. This Diwali, a day marking the liberation Paramatma Mahaveer, let's inspire those around us to avoid bursting firecrackers. Help them understand the fear these sounds inflict on birds and animals, and the pain they cause to many small creatures. True kindness is not just in feeding animals, but in freeing them from fear and suffering. Let us refrain from contributing to pollution and creating noise that disturb the peace within us. Instead, let us embody the message of Paramatma and become messenger of peace for all. Make a commitment that in my mind, by my words, and by my actions, there will be no vibration of sin. Know what are your strengths and your weaknesses. See both and think how we can increase our strengths and eliminate our weaknesses. Those who follow constantly work towards eliminating weaknesses. Neither ego nor helplessness come their way. They neither praise or worship for name's sake, nor do they condemn anyone. They live with ease and innocence and walk the path of peace. Gurudev singing the words, Arai rai sahe pahina santhave, explains there will be both favorable situations and unfavorable situations. Remain neutral in both. Everything in our life does not happen as per our wishes, and everything in life is not always against our wishes. Few situations might be favorable and few will be unfavorable. Freeing yourself from both is necessary to reach the peak. When there is something that is against, you don't hold it. Let go. And when there is something as per your wishes, yet don't hold that also. Let go and remain neutral in both situations. Put in all your efforts towards one goal, one aim, to achieve the highest state in you. Let your heart, mind, and feelings be for your goal. How many ever leakages are there? Cover them. Immerse yourself in devotion and not in attachments. One who immerses them in devotion, such a soul will conquer this sansar. Worship the words of this chapter with the feeling that may the sins committed by me prick me right now like they pricked Samudra Pal, and I walk the path to conquer this ocean of sansar. Now we will see chapter 22. Namo Suyadevayaye, Namo Suyadevayaye, Namo Suyadevayaye. Chapter 22 title Rahnemijam is about Rathnemi, a bhogi engulfed in sexual pleasures, was transformed to a yogi free from all pleasures. Gurudev says, this chapter is an example of how even a bhogi should be. In today's world, the example of Rathnemi is particularly relevant, especially as we see people frequently dating, breaking up, and immediately moving on to new relationships without any time for reflection. Rathnemi stands out as an exceptional role model for the vibrant youth of today, who never broke up his relationship, and the woman he loved, Rajul, was also such who didn't break up but transformed his feelings for her and redirected him the right path. Rathnemi was in love with Rajul, and Rajul was in love with Arishtanemi Paramatma. Rathnemi and Rajul were both rejected by their lovers, but despite this, they did not feel dejected. The very first principle that Gurudev highlights for their eventual success and transformation into revered souls is that even after facing rejection, their love and faith remained unshaken. Their love was like a diamond, unbreakable, unlike fragile glass. Although the ones they loved rejected them, they never sought someone else to replace that love. Their dedication remained steadfast to one person alone. It was a triangular relationship. The bond between Rajul and Arishtanemi was not limited to just one lifetime. From the time Arishtanemi Paramatma's soul took its first step towards divinity, known as Samyakatva, they have been together, whether as celestial beings or humans. When Arishtanemi Paramatma planted the seeds of becoming a Tirthankar, Rajul was by his side. Their relationship transcended the mind and body. It was a connection rooted in devotion and faith. Relationships bounded by the mind and body are temporary, but those rooted in faith and devotion become eternal. When Arishtanemi went to marry Rajul, during the wedding procession, he heard the cries and suffering of animals that were tied up for sacrifice. Gurudev teaches that the one who can hear the cries and feel the pain of others is the one who can become Paramatma. A question arose in Arishtanemi's mind. When there is a joy and celebration everywhere, why are there cries of pain? When he asked his people, he learned the unsettling truth that he the reason behind both the happiness and the cries of suffering. The animals were crying because they were to be killed and served to the guests at his wedding, all for the sake of his happiness. Upon hearing this, Arishtanemi decided not to get married, but remembered Rajul, his beloved from many lifetimes. From the depth of his heart, he sent her a message. Our path is not one that causes harm. If I bring sorrow to others and come to you, I will never be able to give you true happiness. This path leads to sadness. I invite you to walk a path that is good for all beings. I am now setting out to find a path that brings happiness, peace, and love to the entire world. Until I find that path, wait for me. And when I do, join me on that journey. Arishtanemi decided to walk the path of self-discipline and renounced the world, becoming a monk. Among the guests at the wedding was his cousin, Sri Krishna Vasudev, a great and respected personality. Understanding Arishtanemi's decision, Krishna did not try to stop him. Instead, he blessed him, saying, "May you quickly achieve what you seek. May you progress steadily on the path of right knowledge, faith, and conduct." Everyone present congratulated Arishtanemi on his noble decision. However, upon hearing the news, Rajul fainted and her happiness vanished. Yet deep within, her faith remained alive. Arishtanemi's brother, Rathnemi, approached Rajul to console her and even proposed marriage to her. But Rajul's heart belonged to no one other than Arishtanemi. She did not want to see or listen to anyone else. She was simply waiting for the moment when her lord Arishtanemi would show her the path she was meant to walk. In her heart, Rajul says, "I am waiting for the path that will lead me to you. Who says you have rejected me? This Rathnemi is mistaken to think I have been rejected. I am not the kind of Rajul who would lose heart over someone's rejection. You may not have found the path to come to me, but I will certainly find the path to reach you. I have no other dream, only one wish, to search for the path that leads me to you. You are now a traveler, walking different paths. Once you reach your destination and make it your home, I will walk the path that leads me to your home." Her heart only spoke to Arishtanemi, with whom she was deeply connected. Rathnemi never spoke directly to Rajul, but one day Rajul asked him for a gift, thinking she had finally agreed to be with him. Rathnemi joyfully brought the famous Goras in a golden bowl, bowed down at her feet and offered it to her. Rajul drank it, and seeing her do so, Rathnemi danced with happiness, believing she had accepted his proposal. However, immediately after drinking it, Rajul omitted the entire Goras back into the same bowl and handed it to Rathnemi as a return gift, saying, I drank what you gave me. Now you drink what I am offering to you. Gurudev, while narrating this story, gives an important message. Tell this story to all daughters so that when someone blinded by love gives them a gift, they like Rajul can return a gift that will make the person think twice before offering anything again. Rathnemi, feeling disgusted by the bowl of vomit before him, stood speechless. Rajul then said to him, if you cannot drink what I am offering, how can you ask for me? If you can't accept what has been vomited, how can you long for me when even I have been omitted by Arishtanemi? Arishtanemi attended Kevalgan omniscience on the second day, and as soon as Rajul learned of this, she too, along with her companions, renounced the world and became a monk. Seeing this, Rathnemi realized he could never have her, so he also renounced the world and became a monk. Despite being omniscient and knowing what was in Rathnemi's heart, Arishtanemi still granted him Diksha, initiation. Even after becoming a monk, Rathnemi spent every single day looking for and waiting for Rajul. Rajul, on the other hand, remained devoted to Arishtanemi Paramatma, worshipping him with unwavering faith every day. One day, Rathnemi was meditating in a cave when Rajul was returning from listening to Paramatma's sermon with a group of others. Suddenly, it began to rain heavily, causing everyone to seek refuge in nearby caves and shelters. Coincidentally, Rajul ended up in the same cave where Rathnemi was meditating. Rajul could not see Rathnemi, but he could see her and thought, my meditation has borne fruit. To dry herself, she removed her wet clothes, causing Rathnemi to lose his composure upon seeing her. He said to her, you have come. I promise not to cause you any pain. Let us live together just once, and then we can walk the path of Paramatma. She didn't get scared, but told such powerful words that transformed his life. Her words are referred to as Subhashit words, the words which possesses the power to make one extraordinary. She said, you are a disgrace to your own life. Your death is far better than your current existence. The one whom you omitted out, you now wish to take back. Despite being born into a renowned family, you are intaking the poison you expelled. Shame on you. You are not the owner. You are merely a shepherd. You are like a piece of glass, and despite walking the path of self-discipline, you have not become a diamond. Upon hearing this, the poison of Rathnemi's madness was expelled, and he attained Keval Gyan, becoming an omniscient. Paramatma Mahaveer, through Rajul's words, teaches that when sexual feelings arise in one upon seeing someone of the opposite gender, it reflects an unstable soul, like a pot without a base or grass without roots. Such instability affects one's thoughts and life. These individuals never become true owners of their lives. Instead, they live like shepherds. Rajul's techniques transform Rathnemi into a Paramatma. May the sacred words of Paramatma in this chapter inspire us all to become like him. With this, I conclude my today's session, expressing immense gratitude at the feet of Paramatma and Gurudev. And last but not the least, all the listeners to patiently listen these sermons. Thank you. Have a Arham day. Mangal Path.
Chattari Mangalam Arihanta Mangalam Siddha Mangalam Sahu Mangalam Kevali Pannato Dhammo Mangalam Chattari Laguttamari Hanta Laguttamam Siddha Laguttamam Sahu Laguttamam Kevali Pannato Dhammo Laguttamam Chattari Saranam Bhavanjhami Arihante Saranam Bhavanjhami Siddhe Saranam Bhavanjhami Sabho Saranam Bhavanjhami Kevali Pannatam Dhammam Saranam Bhavanjhami Arihanto ka Sharanam Siddho ka Sharanam Sadho ka Sharanam Dayan Dharma ka Sharanam Char Mangal Charavaktam Chare Sharana Dukha Harana Sukha Karana Arna Sharana Koi Jo Bhavibrani Kare Aradhan Akshay Amar Pada Hoy Vandhavanam Saranam